Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, make sure you hit that like button and that subscribe button. Today we are working through the 6-piece Burr puzzle. I've actually solved this one before, and then I picked it up not too long ago and realized that I hadn't fully mastered it yet. So I figured, hey, why not? We'll work through it, help my brain remember how to do this thing, and maybe I can show you guys out there on the internet. There's a pretty easy way to do this, so let's get to it. Alright, so 6-piece Burr puzzle. Obviously, first thing we're going to do is we're going to look for this sliding piece right here. There should be one of these pieces that just freely slides through because it's a full block like that. So we know that this always has to be the starting piece, therefore it also always has to be the ending piece. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to take this guy apart. Alright, we know that's the last piece. And the way I like to start with puzzles like this is we need to focus on making windows. What I mean by that is that we know that in the end we need a perfect square for this guy to fit through. So if we're starting to put pieces together and we have that perfect square, we're probably on the right track. If that perfect square ever gets messed up, you know you messed up. Easy way for me to think about it. With that, on this puzzle, you take the long one like this, and this piece as the middle chunk and even on both sides, and you set it on top of that. Now order is very important here because we know that these are the 3 remaining pieces that have to create the other lines as well as that window. But if you don't do it in the correct order, it can be very difficult to get these pieces in. So we need to make sure that we're focused on keeping that window open while constructing it. So let's test to make sure that that window can stay open with these pieces. We're gonna grab this guy. See, that doesn't work because that window isn't open. Doesn't work, window's not open, we're no good there. Let's see, how about that one right there? Oh, that looks pretty nice. That does have the window. As you can see right there, that square. So this guy might be our winner. Now, we have to make sure that this guy right here is the only other piece that we have that's going to fit that gap. So we have to mind that as well. There's also a pretty good chance, and I know this for a fact, that this guy is going to be the last piece we use before we put in the full block, which means we're now working with this other piece over here. Now, how does this other piece over here fit in? Do some flipping around. Okay, so this guy doesn't really want to slide in there very well. So this is what I said earlier, that order is important. This very well might be the right piece for here, but it doesn't matter if we didn't put it in the correct order, because if this guy can't slide into where he's supposed to be, it doesn't matter if this guy can fit or not. So we're going to, this is the piece we had up top, this is the other piece, and we're going to slide this guy in while trying to make sure that our window stays open. Our window stays open, so that's good. This guy does appear a little off-centered in the middle though. We'll see if that's a problem or not. We might be okay. Yep, we're okay with the centering of the actual pieces in the end. Now, again, this is where I said ordering is important. That window's staying open, so we're doing good there so far, but we can't get this guy in there. So this is where, again, order is important. What if we try to slide this guy in there just like that? There's a pretty, it's like, if you think of it in these blocks as in like 4 smaller squares, we have a 1-column piece right there, and this is a 1-column piece right here. So we know that this guy might be able to slide right in there like that. That fits pretty good. This is the only piece that we have that can bridge this huge gap. And remember, we have to keep that window open, so that guy fits there pretty nicely. Our window is still open. Now let's see if we can get this last block all the way through. Not too difficult, pretty good solve, very satisfying solve in the end. Sometimes these little wooden puzzles, that last block may not want to fit in real nicely, because if these things are off just a little bit, they will like wedge, and it's not going to be a smooth transition. But if you work the pieces a little bit back to those 90-degree angles, so that everything is square, it will go back in, and we should be good to go. But there you have it, 6-piece Burr puzzle. Not too difficult, fun little toy. Can be a challenge the first couple times though you try to go for it. Definitely do not underestimate this puzzle. That, my friends, is another puzzle biting the dust. Thanks for hanging out. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you on next time.